Go!
Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Buhari government under fire for describing killings of southern farmers dwellers by Fulani herdsmen trespassers as mere conflict. Buhari government under fire for describing killings of southern farmers dwellers by Fulani herdsmen trespassers as mere conflict. So my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by and stay tuned as I read today's news. Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, Huriwa, on Wednesday, described as wicked and insensitive the branding as mere conflict, the aggression and killings of southern farmers by Fulani herders. Huriwa's national coordinator, Emmanuel Owumbiku, in a statement, said the matter is not a conflict and urged the federal government to curb the criminality of herders who are now on the rampage in the country, kidnapping residents for lump ransom, and taking over farmlands of Aboriginal dwellers. The group said emphatically that nomadic Fulani herdsmen are the aggressors and not supine and peacefully accommodating host farmers. Recall that the secretary to the government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, recently indicated in a memo to the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development that the federal government would launch a ranching program to address the clashes between herders and farmers in Abia, Delta and Kwara State. But reacting in a statement, Huriwa's Owumbiko said, "It is hypocritical and wickedly insensitive for the government to brand as clashes the international killings of innocent farmers by aggressive farm grabbers known as Fulani herders. There is a need to correct the misrepresentation of the apparent terrorism of nomadic Fulani herders against Fulani farmers in north central and southern Nigeria. The situation is not a conflict at all, but an ongoing carnage. For instance, criminal herdsmen have killed over 4,000 farmers in the southwest alone in the last 6 years, according to statistics by the Agbekoya Farmers Association. The South-South and the Southeast are not in any way immune from the onslaught by criminal Fulani, who have increased their presence in southern Nigeria through commercial motorcycling and pastoralism. Hundreds of farmers in the South-South and Southeast have been mauled, raped, and kidnapped by the invaders, yet the silence of the government has been conspicuous. A report funded by the United States Agency for International Development in 2019 said an estimated 7,000 Nigerians, including farmers, were killed by violent AK-47 wielding pastoralists in the middle belt states of Benue and Nasarawa. About 8,000 of farmers have since been killed in the North Central from 2019 to date. In fact, Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom, who has been one of the most vocal against herdsmen aggression, was once targeted for assassination on his farm in Benue. The development has worsened the food crisis in the country, as hundreds of farmers in Benue, Plateau, Kogi, Ebonyi, Enugu, Oyo, and other places known as the food basket of the country have been killed by aggressive Fulani herders on farm grabbing mission. Yet, the Buhari government continues to turn a bad eye to the sacrilege. It has even gone ahead to introduce the controversial water bill to give more power to Fulani herders in the well-watered and lush southern part of the country. The Buhari regime had also introduced the National Livestock Transformation Program and pumped money into it. Buhari also told the Attorney General of the Federal and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami San to retrace some eccentric and modern grazing routes to be reclaimed by others. Of note, it is strange and an act of injustice, the attempt by the federal government to impose Fulani settlement in strange lands by the use of government funds, and the attempt to seize water resources to give to others. These two plots, which are being repackaged and to some extent using foreign funded programs to mask these plots to hijack native people's lands to donate to Fulani herders, will result in war. The attempt to sell the dummy that there is a conflict between farmers and herders is a fallacy, because a conflict is between two armed groups. But in Nigeria, AK-47 wielding herders are killing harmless farmers. Yet, there is an alleged conspiratorial silence from security agencies and the federal government. To my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by at the comment section and let's know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening.